Hi, I'm Mrs. Donut, the Discovery Library Media Specialist. Today we're going to talk about how to use the Learning Portal in the Fargo Public Schools website. To get to the website, you type in www.fargo.k12.nd.us. Once here, there are many options. We'll be focusing, however, on the Learning Portal. You click on that in the top right-hand corner. Once there, if at home, you'll be asked to log in. If at school, the student's name will appear in the top left-hand corner. However, if you are at home, that login requires the FPS student login, which is the username is the student ID number, which is also the lunch number. The password is the 8-digit locker combination. That would include the hyphens and zeros if the student has a single digit, such as 1. Once you're in, the student's name will be in the top left-hand corner, as mine is here. You'll also see it in the top right-hand corner. I'm identified. PowerSchool is one thing your student may need to check from here. He or she would click on Student and sign in. My computer's automatically remembering my sign in as a parent. However, your student would put his or her FPS login again. So that username would be the student ID number, which is also the lunch number. The password is the 8-digit locker combination, including the hyphens. So your student could use that. He or she could also go over to the right-hand side and take a look at the daily planner. So typing in the date of the assignments that you would like to locate, and then click Find, and that would go right into what the student needs to do for the day or the week. Google Apps will be something that your student may need to access, and he or she can do that from here. The student would be able to access the Drive, Gmail, Calendar, Classroom, and any of those other options here. If at home, the student may need to log in. If I click on my Google Drive, I'm already logged in. I'll sign out and show you what it looks like if not. If not logged in and you're at home, the student would be asked for the username, and that would be his or her ID number at fargoschools.org. The password is the 8-digit locker combination. Now this is the Google Chrome login because now your student is heading over into Google. So you would sign in and have access to all of those options. So going back to the dashboard, there's an area for online textbooks as well. Clicking on that link will take your student to any online textbooks that teachers are using in class. Over on the left-hand side indicates the subject. I clicked on Social Studies, and then I have my option for grades 6, 7, 8. Once in the textbooks, the students can navigate through which particular chapter he or she would like to look at. Now this particular textbook uses Google as their tool to provide information. Some textbooks do require a password, and that password would come from the teacher, or it looks like be listed right underneath the textbook. I'm going back to the dashboard in the Learning Portal. Lastly, I'd like to show you middle level resources, and if you take a look at that, click on middle level resources and you will get sources for students to use throughout the year. The library catalog is where students can research books. The online textbooks is where we just were. It's just another way to get to them. Overdrive Media is an electronic book checkout. So students can check out books that they can read on their computer for free from the Fargo Public Schools. And these particular resources involve different types of information that students would need. I'd like you to take notice of the state resources section. Any of these red resources, one that students use an awful lot is Britannica and Student Resources in Context. They would need to utilize this additional login at home. So when they click on the red source at home, the students would have to copy and paste the login and password. At school, you'll go right to the resource. We have access to the state library from school, but at home you would need that additional password. Whoops, minimized my screen. All right, and lastly, there are the ebook and audio sources are again listed down below here, and classroom resources that are particular to each class that a student might be in. And lastly, some multimedia resources. So heading back to the dashboard, that in a nutshell is what the Learning Portal can offer your students.